There we are. Namaste, shalom, salam, assalamu alaikum. Blessings be upon you. Peace, love, and welcome. Thank you for clicking on. This is the American Doofus channel, and this is Late Night America. And we indeed are going to have GloLady on in just a few short minutes. Hello, Fred. Thank you for joining us. And we do have some things to talk about before we get to GloLady. And let's just jump right into it. Normally, we start out with what's going on breaking news-wise around the mainstream media. And tonight, we are going to start out with CNN because one of the breaking stories on the mainstream media page is CNN's story of 47 people have been charged with stealing $250 million from a child meal program. I wanted to point this out as well. The Department of Homeland Security has rejected a plan to protect election officials from harassment as midterms loom. So, sounds like the government is contemplating the possibility of disruptions during the upcoming elections. As always, it is just something to think about. And before we get to the other mainstream breaking news, I want to point out some things real quickly. You know, we talk a lot about how, be as prepared as you possibly can at all possible times, because you never know what's going to happen. And I just want to kind of reinforce that concept with a quick look at news from Indiana, just Indiana today. Bloomington, Indiana University Police asking people to avoid a section of the city due to a person with a gun who entered a storm drain near First and Walnut. The person was captured, and the idea was to be in the storm drains and pop up and shoot, and then go down to another storm drain until there's another outlet and pop up and shoot. And craziness can happen no matter where you're at. You may think nothing's ever going to happen here where I'm at. That's not the case. And this is a look at a truck. This truck was stolen, had a child inside it. This happened 12 hours ago in Indianapolis. The toddler was found in Speedway on the total opposite side of the city, found in its car seat by construction workers. And a total of 3 people, including a 12-year-old girl and a suspected wrong-way driver, are dead as a result of the crash. This happened on Saturday morning on the ramp to I-465 off of Rockville Road. And this is following a police pursuit. And sadly, a couple of those people died in the hospital earlier. And then head-on crash number 2 to report. Police have provided these scenes of a photo head-on collision between 2 semis that left one of the drivers dead. It was on Interstate 70 eastbound in Henry County. It says State Road 9, but if it was in Henry County, it would have been either State Road 109 or State Road 3. Also, a second crash eastbound I-70 in Hancock County due to the backups, and traffic was basically stopped on the interstate. And just I wanted to share those local stories to me because everything that you just saw happened within 20 miles of where I live. So while you may think nothing can ever happen where you are, it's just not really how it is. Things can happen, and things might just be kicking up, unfortunately. Here's the top stories from the other mainstream source, from some of the other mainstream sources. NPR, the migrants flew into Martha's Vineyard, have filed a lawsuit. Trump's lawyers skirt the question of declassification in documents case. Hurricane Fiona strengthens to a category 3. Feeding Our Future founder among the 48 people charged. That's the CNN article that we referenced. Defamation lawsuit has targeted the group behind the movie 2000 Mules. And Russia and Ukraine war, the latest. Normally, I don't say those words, but we have to tonight, and we'll get to that, and we'll get to that as soon as I hop over into the chat and say hello. And thank you all for watching. GA from CA, hello. Hello, Pat Tolliver. Oomph, good to see you. Hi, Lisa Hurley. B Dizzle, what's up? And I think that's it in there at the moment. But thank you all for watching. And we do have GloLady coming up. We'll have her on the program coming up in just a little bit. But like I said, we got some news stuff that we really have to talk about. Those that have watched the program for a while, I'm meaning going back, when Russia invaded Ukraine, I'm going to use the words because this isn't going to get monetized, and I'm not going to say anything to get the channel kicked off, get the platform kicked off of the site. So let's just go to the bookmarks and start this way. A rare address by the Russian president was abruptly rescheduled amid concerns of mobilization and referendums in Ukraine. And how to leave Russia was the top Google trend. Putin was supposed to have an address to Russia, and it was supposed to take place originally at 1 p.m. this afternoon, our time, Eastern Standard Time. And then it was supposed to take place at 3 p.m. our time, Eastern Standard Time here in the United States. And it did not happen. And it was delayed. The speech has been pre-recorded. It just wasn't aired. And at 1 p.m. our time, when it was supposed to originally air, instead, Russian state television aired a movie. And then the movie ended, and that's when the address was supposed to take place. And again, that didn't happen, and it's been postponed until 1 a.m. our time, which is usually when I end my program. But we're going to stay on tonight because it depends who you talk to. It's going to be between 1 and 3. If it's coming on, and I know it's coming on at 1, we'll stay on. If it's not going to come on until 3, we may come back on depending on what is said, or we may come back on and do it live. I don't know. It just depends how things work out. Just a heads up for those of you that watch the show, and bless you, and I thank you for doing so. I've been told that 5 things are going to be said during this speech of importance. Russia's going to declare war. Russia's going to declare, because right at the moment, it is a special operation that's going on over there in the eyes of Russia. So Russia is going to formally declare war, which will allow a lot more things to happen legally, quote unquote. Russia's going to declare all males 50 or 18 to 50 are to be drafted. Number 3, Russia will now use unconventional weapons. Number 4, other countries are going to join Russia. And if all these things are true, it totally changes everything. And we're going to have Chris come on as soon as we possibly can, and we'll talk about all of this, because the speech, the announcement, whatever you might want to call it, will be coming out at some point between now and tomorrow morning. The word was that it was delayed because Russia is so big, so far across, it has like 11 different time zones. So the word was they're doing it at 8 a.m. Moscow time, in order that all of Russia is awake to hear the announcement. And there have been some ominous messages coming out from some of the Russian media, that they're, and I'm not going to get into that, but I have a feeling it's going to be an important address, and it could impact us here in America. So that's what's coming up with that. Now, again, those of you that have watched for a while know that we used to dip in all the time to flight tracker radar, and sometimes we started the show with it because great, started the show with it because of an important event going on, a flight of concern or something like that. We've been tracking a couple of flights. The one I was tracking went down during setup. There have been Russian Ministry of Emergency Situations flights today, and there have been Russian Special Flight Squadron flights. These are these are Putin's private planes, basically, and they fly the Interior Ministry and the Ministry of Defense, and of course Putin has his own. So we were tracking all of that today. The Russian dignitaries went into New York City because all of the major leaders are in New York City at the United Nations. So it's that adds to the timing of what is Putin going to say, and we're going to be watching. We're going to be paying attention to it, and I'm going to leave that there for just a second while I. Okay. One other thing I want to touch on real quick here. The Attorney General of the state of New York put out an announcement earlier that Wednesday, September 21st at 10:30 a.m. New York Attorney General Lolita James will make a major announcement. Any press planning to attend must RSVP to an email address, and press conference will be live streamed at an address for the press. And Satellite coordinates will be provided prior to the event. So if you're gonna, if you have a satellite truck, you can download it and make it look like it's coming right to your station. The anticipation is that this might be the first actual indictment of Donald Trump, and it will be interesting to see if indeed that is the case, how that plays out. So, okay. Couple more things here, and then we're going to bring GloLady up. So where am I at? Here we go. Again, thank you all for watching. Herb Peddler, thank you for hopping in here. And thank all of you for watching. Those of you in the chat, greatly appreciate the people in the chat, and of course those watching, whatever platform you're on. Thank you for watching. And speaking of platforms, if you missed last night's episode, we had BTM Sparky on at the second half of the show, and she has a she has a YouTube channel and is starting to do her own lives. So check her out. Of course, we talk a lot about certain creators, if you will. Baldy Banks. We talk about the excellent work of Just a Lazy Gamer. And I want to stop on that for just a second here. 1776 Restoration Movement continues to stand by. The Veteran Crisis Line calls. They laughed about the stunt. Steve Oatley. Steve Oatley was, oh shoot, I forget the name of his channel, but crap. Now that's gonna bother me that I forget the name of his channel. Freight Broker was the name of his, I believe was the name of the Facebook channel. I don't know if that was his YouTube channel or not, but again, Baldy Banks, the Hayseeds, Johnny Troy and the Hayseeds, people that at times, in order to criticize, use humor, and we do appreciate that. And I want to draw your attention to a site, or a channel, I guess I should say, that you may not have heard of. And let's just start. I'm going to play 3 videos here real quick. Let's just start right here.
Sit on the chairs, give up your gas, sweep in your car. Screw good hygiene, living the dream, never go far. Get yourself into debt, ditch all the Dempsey men, crying all about
Okay, this is how convites are made. I want to do one more here real quick. I'm not going to play the whole thing because I want you to go to their channel and watch the rest of the video. Here's the next one.
These chuds are your chuds, these chuds are our chuds. From up in Canada to West Virginia, and from New Zealand to the DC Mall. This content was made for you and me. Folks, we've been watching these convites so long. A freedom movement, except they're all wrong. They stand for nothing except themselves. This content was made for you and me.
This content was made for you and me. And one more that I'm just going to I'm not going to play the whole thing. Let me find it here. This is just called Santa's Convites. And the channel is Mumbling Melons. MUMBLINGMELONS. A little hidden gem for some of you that enjoy humor in political satire and really clever individuals. Baldy Banks, just a lazy gamer. Telescope with the X-Foot stuff, and Mumbling Melons. It's getting real close to time for the GloLady. I want to check in with what is happening. Where's it at? Oh, where's it? There it is. Here we go. Anarchy Princess was out tonight at the J6th 1776 vigil, I think is what they call it. And well, I'm gonna play just a little bit of it in case you missed it. If you didn't know she was on, go back and watch it after we get done here. And here's what happened. Just a little bit of what happened, and I feel this needs more people knowing that this happened.
I'd rather not.
You don't want them to talk to me?
Well, no, I mean, it's just because it's a conflict.
I understand. It gets hostile up in here.
No worries, but that's what I'm asking. If you're going that way,
I'm not going that way,
no.
no.
You're going that way.
I don't know where I'm going. I'm going to catch a lift, so
Okay, what I'm saying is
I'll probably go that way.
that's what I mean. Would that
Yes.
be okay with you?
Yes.
I mean, I can work with you. I don't mind if you do it. It's just it takes a little bit more effort on my part. but
Right, right. I
don't
get it.
mind.
I
I'm not gonna
understand.
stop you to.
I get it. Yeah, I'm going to go that way, but give me like,
I'm gonna let you go, but I'm not gonna let them go down.
oh, you're not going to let them go that way. You're going to stop them from following
No,
me.
we're gonna strongly advise. So, but thank you. That's what I need. So
Well,
if
thank
you're,
you.
I'm trying to
Thank you
facilitate
for
a
everything that you have
departure.
done.
Yeah, thank you. So if you do, let me know, and I'll just hang out here.
And make sure. Okay, I got you. That's very cool. 10-4,
Wanna do
sir.
that in a few minutes?
Yep, under 5 minutes, I'll be out of here. I'm not even filming you. I'm filming myself. I think. Oh, it was the other way. Maybe not. So Justin was headed up here like he was going to talk to me. Hey, I heard you were holding a watch party in Ohio. Me and Laughing Lolo are coming. We're coming. We're coming, except we won't be in a crappy van. We're coming. We're coming. We're coming. We're coming. We're coming to Ohio. We're coming to Ohio. We're coming to Ohio. Woo, woo. See you in Ohio. See you in Ohio. Just like Santa said, see you in Ohio. See you in Ohio. This is how legends are made. Bomp, bomp, bomp. You coming to Ohio, Freedom Ninja? We taking this shit on the road. It's the traveling caravan. The convoy. It's the convoy. So Oreo dipped out already. Screaming Steve still here with Flopper's stream because Big Mike is holding down a phone over there. Go pick up Jay. We're in Ohio, wherever the fuck Lady Buckeye lives, and she said she was gonna start holding watch parties at the election polls. Fuck around and find out. Doesn't she look different without her wrench? Oh, there's the grannies that were at court. It is sad, Mags. It is sad that I have to do this, but here I am. Columbus, Ohio. Damn. Columbus, you say, huh? Good night, peoples. Lady Brown Eye. Screaming Steve left Josh's stream. Got ride with Chinese. Oh, they're not Chinese. Oh, here he comes. What's up, Justin?
You're taking it too far with some of your comments about Ashley and
All right,
stuff.
do me a favor, Flag Guy. We're going to step on that side, please.
Yes, sir.
He wants to
Thank
talk.
you.
Okay, I guess we'll talk across the street.
I said thank you.
I'm not taking it too far. That's not too far.
Other side on the other side.
Step to the other side, please.
Thank you.
A judge fucking calling you.
Okay, again, to watch the rest of that, go to Anarchy Princess and catch the whole stream. We highlighted that because I felt that needed to be highlighted to show a couple of things. A lot of people have been saying, you know, well, Anarchy Princess has been totally shut down and been, you know, is no longer going to be an impact on anything. And if you've watched her at all, you know that you knew that was not going to be true. And you also saw that even with police there, they're kind of the 1776 people, especially their core group, feel kind of empowered. It almost seems like it's just something something to think about. So one final thing to touch on, and I hope you know, I'm sending you to some or giving you some really cool things to go watch. I hope you're not all disappearing and going and watching them now, but if you are, okay, that's all right. You can come back and watch later. Defender Vance had this up. What do you think the outcome will be tomorrow for the restraining orders? I'm just pulling this up as a reminder that they are indeed going to court tomorrow, Lori Arnold and Defender Vance. And this was a poll that DOA had up. The outcome will be no show, that the people from 1776 won't show up. They'll show up, but the restraining orders will be dismissed. they'll show up and the restraining orders will be granted. They'll show up, the restraining orders will be granted, and criminal charges on DOA. So that's happening tomorrow. So tomorrow night we will be live again at midnight, Wednesday at midnight, just like we have been last night and are right now, because we'll have this to talk about. We'll have the repercussions or non-event, depending on what happens with the Putin speech coming up in a little bit. If it indeed does, it's like I said, it's been postponed twice. But again, we're talking about Russia. We're talking about timing, and can't stop pedo hunters, DOA, and the hashtag Spike still doesn't care, and that's Lori Arnold's channel. So there you go, Lori Arnold's channel. Defender of ants, and they're supposed to be DOA said on the program the other night that there's supposed to be someone live streaming from outside the courthouse, and if there is, I'm not aware of it at the moment. And if you're out there and you know who's going to be live streaming, drop their channel in the chat if you would, so others will know. I'm going to hop over here to the chat for just a couple of seconds, and then right after I get done here, GloLady's going to come on, and we're going to spend about half an hour talking about things. Herb Peddler, we welcomed them to Hagerstown and was with them until they went to California. We left them in Sacramento when it all started to change for us. Yeah, Herb Peddler, love to hear your story. Oh, Lisa Hurley put that. And a shout out to Baby. Hello, Baby. Thank you for being in the chat. And I want to bring up this if I can. Well, why is it not coming up? Okay. This is how we know 1776 is not done, at least not in their eyes. I saw this thanks to Baby. They basically have reorganized with board members, and Santa said they had a new mission. With everything going on, I was going to go into depth into this and watch it and find out who the new board members are, what the mission was, and everything. But things got really busy, and I didn't do it. So shout out to Baby for posting that. Otherwise, I would have totally missed it. GA from CA, I am kind of concerned about Russia, and I'm kind of concerned because up to this point, it has been in the eyes of Russia, it has been a special operation, and it hasn't been a war. And despite the fact that Ukraine has been performing heroically, if you will, as far as big giant Russia attacking small Ukraine, and Ukraine fighting them off with the help of weapons from many other countries, but primarily because of the bravery and fierceness of the Ukrainian people. Russia hasn't been using the weapons that it has stockpiled for war. And back when I was covering this a lot, we were talking about they're bringing out this old equipment. Where'd they get this equipment from? A World War II museum? Actually, they had. So I am kind of concerned, and I'm concerned about what Russian media is saying about this. They're saying, that it's because what is happening is not popular in a lot of Russia, and a lot of regional politicians are starting to speak up. So there is the possibility of people rising up and saying, no, we're not going to go down this road. So again, it was shared with me that here's what he's going to say. And he's basically, if he says all the things he's going to say, and other countries are going to join, as he said. That's another key. Does that just mean Belarus, or does that mean Belarus and Iran and North Korea and China? And India possibly. So yeah, I'm concerned because of the timing. I'm concerned because of what's going on in New York at the United Nations, and I'm concerned just because there's been this vibe that it's an incredibly crazy time, and crazy things are happening and have happened. And then from a personal standpoint, I've always seen Putin as like a supervillain. And I'm concerned one of these times he's just going to say, look, you either all bow down to me, or I'm going to nuke all of you. So that's always in the back of my head personally, just because of not because of analysis, or not because of statistics, or information shared with me, but just because, I guess, of who I am. So with all that being said, thank you all for the comments and the questions, and keep them coming, because we are now going to bring GloLady up. There we go. We haven't checked the volume, or we haven't checked the audio. Oh no. Oh no. That's not going to work. I can't hear you at all. No, it sounds I don't even know that. What? There we go. Wait a minute. Here we go.
So in other words, no headphones.
There we go.
You getting feedback from you?
I'm getting a little bit of echo,
Okay.
but not feedback.
Okay. Let me. Okay. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. It's not real clear, but it's much more clear than whatever you started with.
Okay, that was my earphones. So, and hope phone's not too hot. So I guess we better hurry up and get into this. What questions do you have?
The first thing I wanted to talk to you about was when I had Defender of Ants on the other night. You mentioned something in chat about I believe it was that you felt like you were all those people on the bridges and overpasses.
As he said, it was an amazing experience going and seeing the support from all of the people on the overpasses. It's if it didn't touch your heart and you didn't have tears in your eyes, then you were probably there for the wrong reason.
Okay.
I was only going for one exit, and then I on my own journey. But I ended up going the whole way because of the patriotism and the support of the people, and that was well, either the freedom or the People's Convoy. It was the people who were out there supporting the freedom movement.
Okay, so you were just going to go and be at one exit.
Yeah,
But
I
you
was
ended
headed
up
back to I was headed to Asheville, North Carolina, to file a lawsuit there, and I was just going for one exit, and then it was like, okay, where's the first stop? And then it was okay, where's the next stop? Trying to figure out, all right, well, I ended up going the whole way to Hagerstown, and then California and back.
wow.
But I never met Defender fans.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
I never met the Defender fans, and I was very impressed by him and his interview, as well as BTM Sparky last evening. I just caught her interview today, and I'm like, there really is some amazing, intelligent people, and we have it at a community. So out of tragedy, people come together in love, and I feel that's one of the things that's going down on the 4th.
That's one of the things you think's going down on the 24th?
Yeah, I've been hearing, and you were talking about 24th. And there's going to be a lot of reveal that's going on, unusual things that, yeah, we probably will be shocked. And the 25th, there's a new moon, and it's pretty much conjunct the sun in Libra. So that means a balance of the scales and new beginnings with some legal justice that's going to be coming upon us.
Okay.
And then you have Saturn is also going to be square Uranus. So that means loss, depression, pain, but the individual people, they're not gonna take it anymore, and the truth is gonna be revealed, but some people won't know how to handle it. So no matter what comes out, the people do have to be prepared for the earth changes, because I don't think that this is enough of to bring the people together. And even though we do see the insanity going on with Neptune and Pisces, and the escape through the drugs and the alcohol, and we're also seeing the insanity that's going on.
And so you think something is going to happen on the 24th?
Well, as much as I've been hearing and looking at what's going on, the possibilities are great. We also have Jupiter um, in retrograde. So obsession, mental illness. Will we see an assassination that could be in behind the scenes? But I think it's a whole lot more than that. I think that the information, the flood dam is going to burst. It's getting ready to burst, and whether that burst metaphorically or physically, it's still out of tragedy will come together in love.
Okay, I wish the volume was better.
Well, we'll have to figure that out. One of the things, I mean, I don't know if your volume could also have something to do with my volume. I just turned you up a little bit. I also saw that StreamYard was put up there by some Ukrainians. And even though they're based out of, what is that, Texas now? I'm very aware of who owns what media and what permissions they're being given.
Yeah, I don't use StreamYard. I use a different platform.
Oh, this is Restream, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's the one that I was looking up when I had problems the last time.
Let me see. Let me try unplugging my headphones and my microphone. I'll only be going through the microphone on my camera and the speakers on the laptop. So let's see if that helps come through on your end, because I'm echoing really badly and you're getting jumbled.
Yeah, and of course I have my other earphones out in the car. I'm getting ready to go mobile again. This is Thomas, my cat. He's my road cat, and he wanted attention, so of course he has to sit in front of your chart. You've got a lot of really good things coming. Did you hear me on that one? Can you hear me? Anyway, you have a lot of really good things coming. I don't know if you can hear me. You can hear me?
Can you? Yes, I could hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes.
I'm still echoing, but you sound a lot better on my end.
Well, that's good. Mercury is still retrograde, so I am very grateful I can even talk to you now.
Yeah. If I hadn't produced my own radio shows back in the day, I wouldn't be quick on my feet like this. I'd just be lost and cut the stream. But we try to figure things out.
Yeah, tell me about it. I produced a TV show at a public access station, and we went live. So, of course, the equipment breaks down, and they can't use the CG. So, thing you know, I have something in my contact, and I'm like, it looks like I'm crying because I have something in my eye, and I'm talking about suicide, and yeah, tell me about live TV. You learn to go with the flow.
I'm sorry?
You learn to go with the flow.
Oh, absolutely. Yes. And you learn to be quick on your feet.
Yes. Yes, most definitely. So you've got a lot of really good things going on in your career. So I know that you've had a lot of different careers in your life, and I think that you finally know what you want to do, and you do have the ability to do it.
Yeah, there were parts of the soul chart reading that you did for me that were just like uncanny.
Well, hopefully, when I did it, it was, like a confirmation of what you knew, maybe, or, have self-doubt. And I said, hey, man, you got it. And you do have the ability, and quit doubting yourself.
Okay. I'm not ignoring you. I've got questions that I'm trying to find on my phone, and let me get to it. Okay, what information do you use to do the charts, and is it a case of the more information you have, the more accurate it becomes?
Place, date, and time, you will get more accurate in man's world, because man is the inventor of time. With my charts, this is my invention, and it was divinely inspired, and it's to teach people how to understand astrology, how to read an ephemeris, so that they too can understand. You had David Rockefeller stating that astrology is not millionaires, it's for billionaires. So if you give the ability to the peons to understand astrology, and knowing what makes them tick, that takes away a lot of the insanity that people have in trying to be themselves.
Okay, so it's kind of like way back, only certain people could read the Bible. So if you couldn't read it, there's no way of challenging what you're being told about it. So the more information you get to knowledge, no matter what the source of it be, the more power you have. Therefore, those in power want to keep the knowledge to themselves.
What were we told by a lot of the greats? To know thyself, to thine own self be true. Well, if we are listening, and that's a big part of the ascendant in how other people see us, how are we supposed to see ourselves? So doing this, I have found that, yeah, you can read astrology, many different ways. It is the interpretation, but I have found that it's much easier to look at it this way and say, oh, okay, you got this going on. And, we always have transits, and you learn not to take things so personal, because you think that you are affecting someone else, and, oh, well, he doesn't love me because of, and it's like, no, that's just him. He flirts with other people because he's a Gemini, or his Gemini's in Mercury, and he likes to talk. You stop taking things so personal when you understand astrology. And I'll tell you what, I should have paid a whole lot more attention when I was on that boy, because I didn't.
That leads into the next question. How much is a zodiac sign how much is that? How much does that play into a reading? In other words, no matter when they were born, no matter what the positions of the stars and the planets on the time they were born, if they are, let's say, a Sagittarius, or do all Sagittariuses have common traits?
Yeah, that is the constellation, the sun sign. That is just one part of when you get into like this is your chart, and you can see you have many planets in Sagittarius, so people are going to see you more so as a Sagittarius. But then you also have your Mars in Taurus. And let's see, what do we have here? You're hiding, or not hiding, but you have the potential to bring out hidden things more so than a lot of people. And you have the ability to change people's lives. And your communications, your communication skills, now that's just for you born on this day. And for anybody born on this day. Now, when you get into your place, date, and time, then you're talking more exact detail because of the latitude and the longitude on the earthly plane, and that's when you get into the more mathematical degrees and the exactness of prediction.
Okay. Again, this is the first time I've ever had anything like this. What do you say to skeptics?
My past, hindsight is foresight. Go back and look at my old predictions and my old videos, and look at my inventions. I do have a bit of a foresight. Look at my paranormal photographs. I'm not your run-in-the-mill, get-rich-quick psychic. Otherwise, I would have been,
Yeah. No, but there are people watching that are skeptical. So,
well, of course,
they're going to ask
yin
questions,
and
and
yin
some just kind of get ahead of it.
If I
I'm
have
sorry?
51% of the people who actually like me, well, I'm doing pretty damn good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. So let's get back to the convoys. Last time we talked about the convoys, we talked about the influence. Is there an outlaw influence?
Oh, the outlaws?
Yes.
There were a couple of different freedom outlaws. I don't know exactly who's who, what's what. I know that there was, I think they went as a freedom outlaw ministry that closed up and made to leave because rumor had it that there was a pedophile in with them, or some type of a sexual deviant, or I don't know exactly. And that was town prior to it starting. But at that point, there was no mention of Bandit, who I think ran with the Outlaws.
Okay. We're going to have to cut it off here, GloLady. Vladimir Putin is indeed getting ready to speak, and I want to get to that. We'll have you back on again real soon. And in the meantime, we'll try to do something. Go ahead.
Yeah, just email me questions on what you want and what would be good. I'm going to be going back to North Carolina and filing a lawsuit, and yeah. So just email
Okay,
me.
we'll do that. All right, thank you. Okay, hang with me real quick. I know I'm echoing. I'll get my headphones in. The echo will go away. Oh, crap. All right. I think it's out of commercial. Come on.
Сетей, так и общественных и деловых кругов нашей страны. Уважаемые коллеги, ваша работа проходит в условиях, когда ускоряются процессы кардинальной трансформации всей архитектуры международных отношений, когда вступает в активную фазу формирования многополярной, более демократичной и справедливой системы мироустройства. А то, что движение к многополярному миру является магистральным, стратегическим вектором мировой политики, подтвердил состоявшийся на днях в Самарканде саммит Шанхайской организации сотрудничества. Это крупнейшая в мире региональная структура, объединяющая страны, где проживает более половины населения планеты и создается
I'm going to try to find another site for those that don't speak Russian like me.
Современный мир должен быть полицентричным и опираться на общепризнанные нормы международного права, принципы равной и неделимой безопасности, уважительного сотрудничества при центральной координирующей роли. Эти страны как раз и составляют организацию, о которой я упомянул, Шанхайскую организацию сотрудничества. И такой подход привлекает все больше сторонников, о чем свидетельствует растущий интерес к работе ШОС со стороны многих стран и межгосударственных объединений. Напомню, что в Самарканде решен вопрос получения статуса полноправного члена ШОС и одобрена заявка на членство Белоруссии. А к числу партнеров по диалогу прибавилось еще 8 государств. Такое объективное развитие многополярности наталкивается на, к сожалению, сопротивление тех, кто пытается сохранить роль гегемона в мировых делах и контролировать все, и Латинскую Америку, и Европу, и Азию, и Африку. Надо сказать, что у этого гегемона неплохо это получалось на протяжении довольно длительного времени. Но продолжаться вечно так не может. Это невозможно. Даже говорить сейчас об этом вне контекста событий, которые происходят на Украине. Но для того, чтобы упрочить свое положение, вводятся нелегитимные санкции, осуществляется давление по всем векторам. Однако, в том числе и, конечно, на Россию. Однако, те, кто делают это, видят, что их действия приводят к негативным последствиям для них самих. К сожалению, от такой политики страдают совершенно невинные государства, прежде всего развивающиеся и беднейшие. Именно на них в первую очередь отразились западные ограничения на поставки российских энергоносителей, продовольствия, удобрений на мировые рынки. И в данном контексте верхом цинизма является то, что наше предложение бесплатно, хочу это подчеркнуть, бесплатно передать нуждающимся странам, заблокированные в европейских портах из-за санкций 300 тысяч удобрений, российских удобрений, до сих пор остается без ответа. Это просто, понятно, не хотят давать заработать нашим компаниям. Но бесплатно-то мы хотим отдать. Отдайте хотя бы бесплатно нуждающимся странам. Нет. И на это нет ничего, никакого ответа. Что касается России, мы не свернем с нашего суверенного курса. Как постоянный член Совета Безопасности Организации Объединенных Наций,
Okay, I don't have any idea what he's saying.
объединительную международную повестку дня. Вносить вклад в поиск эффективных ответов на многочисленные вызовы и угрозы современности. содействовать урегулированию острых
I know a
вопросов.
few words just from the amount of time I've been
Россия будет выступать
covering this, but no, not even close to being able to translate.
ООН. Уважаемые дамы и господа,
This
сегодня
is
на церемонии
live
представления 24
right now.
дипломатических миссий. По традиции, кратко охарактеризую состояние отношений между Россией и каждым из
Supposedly,
Россию и Уругвай связывают давние узы дружбы.
I'm still searching.
165 лет российско-уругвайским дипломатическим отношениям. И мы выступаем за дальнейшее развитие сотрудничества в экономической, научно-образовательной, культурно-гуманитарной и других сферах. Кстати, один из уругвайских городов, Сан-Хавьер, населен в основном потомками выходцев из России. Ценим, что проживающие там и в других местах люди с русскими корнями имеют возможность сохранять этнокультурную самобытность, национальные черты и говорить на родном языке. Взаимодействие России с Алжирской Народно-Демократической Республикой носит характер стратегического партнерства. В марте этого года отметили 60-летие установления дипломатических отношений. Пригласили президента Алжира Тебуна приехать с визитом в Россию. Алжир второй по значимости партнер России в Африке по объему товарооборота. И торгово-экономическое сотрудничество продолжает активно развиваться, как и связи в других сферах, включая военно-техническую и гуманитарную. Россия поддерживает
Okay, it's showing live.
линию в региональных и международных делах. Будем и далее сообща работать по укреплению стабильности на Ближнем Востоке, в Северной Африке и
No, this is a restream.
Дружественные отношения с Египтом последовательно выстраиваются в соответствии с
This is from a year ago.
о всестороннем партнерстве и стратегическом сотрудничестве, подписанном
Is what
в 2018
is being said in the stream over here.
в качестве одного из важнейших партнеров в Африке и арабском мире. Находимся в постоянном контакте с президентом Сиси.
Okay, it's an Indian channel.
Комиссия, содействуя росту товарооборота,
Okay, I'm going to call this. I'm going to say that this is not the speech, even though it's showing it's live, simply because nowhere else, it's nowhere else. All right. CNN, I would think CNN would at least be mentioning. So maybe it's not going to happen till 3 o'clock. I'll tell you what, while we're here, I'm just going to flop over to Twitter real quick and see if there's, let's take a look at Twitter and see if there's anything on here. Let's look up Putin's address. How to leave Russia. We talked about that. Wait a second. What was that? Okay, it says Putin to address Russia at 2 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And that was 45 minutes ago. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a quick break. I'm not even sure. Did I even show you that? I didn't. Let me go to that real quick here. Here we go. Russian television has deleted its post on Twitter, their address the nation at 20 p.m. 2000 hours. Putin to now address the Russia at 2 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So about 45 minutes from now. So what I'm going to do, because I want to have it recorded, and if nothing else, to translate. I have a feeling that by then we'll have some English translations available and be able to follow along. So I'll tell you what, I'm going to come back on live. I know this screws up all the algorithms, but it does. We're past that. We got hammered for that back January 6th, though. We've been living with it since then, and we're okay. And plus, I've been saying Russia and Ukraine, so and war and other words that I'm not supposed to be saying, and I'm not doing it for any other reason than because it's pertinent at the moment. Putin to address Russia at 2 a.m. I'll be back on at 1:55, so I'm going to be back on here in about 45 minutes, about 40 minutes, 40 to 45 minutes. And if you want to join me, I hope you will. Until then, thanks for being on here now. Hey, Lori Arnold, I'm glad I popped over to the chat real quick for getting off here. Good luck in your court appearance tomorrow, and please relay to Defender Vance the same wishes of best luck. YouTube channel CNN News 18. Okay, all right. Lisa Hurley, thank you, Lisa Hurley. Thank you for being here. Soul Journey of Life, the Light Dome. I like that name a lot. Thank you for being on here. And I saw Telescope on here earlier. Thank you, Telescope. And I want you on here, man. We've got a lot of things that we could talk about. B Dizzle, Pat Tolliver, Fred, Yaima. Hello, Yaima from Suriname. Darla, GA from CA. Hold on. Madukur Olacron. Yeah, I'm afraid you could be right, Madukur. And did I miss anybody? Herb Peddler. Baby, again, thank you. Molten Metal, thank you for being on here. All right, thank you all for being on here. I'm going to take a break, and again, I'll be back on here in 41 minutes at 1:55 a.m. Until then, peace, positive vibes, no matter what happens. No matter what happens. Remember the words of John Lennon. All we need